A very good evening. You're watching Big Bang with me, Shruti. High Court has directed all private colleges to implement the controversial 2006 Act. They have been directed to decide the new fee structure and release the plan in the next 4 weeks. It was about 3 months ago that hundreds of students across the city and state held numerous protests against the implementation of the Act because that would mean students from economically backward communities would have to shell out more. The new fee structure, which is expected to come with the Act, would be decided depending on the amenities and quality of education offered by the institute. This would mean that students from economically weak background would have no chances of securing a seat in a good college. Following the loud protest over 3 months ago, the government had assured that 2006 Act would not be implemented. While the private colleges expressed their disapproval at this, Chief Minister Siddaramaiah supported the move. It was not until today that the final verdict was passed, and it does not. Many are happy about this, but it has definitely come as a relief for private colleges.
The government employees on one side, they are asking for higher wages, higher salaries. Even our own college staff are asking for higher salaries, higher DA, higher all the other things. How can we pay? Both staff and non-teaching staff, they are all asking for this thing. All that has to be built within the cost.
Bengaluru traffic police have been busy implementing the new law against commuters using Bluetooth devices while driving or riding. The new rule has created quite a stir among commuters.
It was about a week ago that Bengalurians were made aware that anyone found using Bluetooth or earphones while riding or driving will have their licenses seized and suspended. Despite this, many were found to be flouting the rule when traffic cops conducted surprise checks across the city. Even the ones just using earphones while on the bike were forced to hand over their license. They were also directed to take the alcometer test to see if they were inebriated.
Well, speak on your mobile phone as you drive at your own risk. The traffic police will move for cancellation of licenses of those using the mobile phone while driving or using a vehicle. We have with us Additional Commissioner of Police, Mr. Dayanand. Mr. Dayanand, you plan to start this initiative from today?
Yes, we are planning to start the initiative from today. Basically, with regard to this use of mobile phones or drunken driving, at the first instance itself, there is provision in the Indian Motor Vehicles Act and the Central Motor Vehicle Rules to suspend the driving license, not cancellation, but suspension of driving license is allowed. So we are planning to implement it in Bangalore city because we are seeing that use of mobile phone while driving is becoming very rampant and people are getting addicted to it, and they should understand that it is not only dangerous to them but also dangerous to the other road users also. So keeping that in mind, we are planning to go ahead with that.
Also, you will be moving for cancellation of licenses starting with suspension today.
No, it is suspension only. The rules provide for suspension, not cancellation. Cancellation.
Can you explain?
We will be impounding the driving licenses of the drivers who use the mobile phones or who are found to have consumed more alcohol than the permissible limits, and then we will be writing to the RTO authorities for suspension of their driving license, and RTO has to conduct a small inquiry, and he can suspend the driving license for whatever period he deems think fit.
Now, how grave is this problem by way of accidents, accidental deaths, accidental injuries?
Okay, well, universally it has been proven by studies that use of mobile phones while driving, the chances of accidents gets increased by four times. And if you are texting while driving, the chance of meeting with an accident is 23 times higher. So that is universally the studies have concluded.
Also, here we have about 700 plus fatalities every year, about 3,000 plus accidents every year. How many of these can we say are because of mobile phone?
There are many accidents which we have witnessed are because of use of mobile phone in one way or the other. So it is quite grave.
And normally because of use of mobile phones, I think you had booked about 40,000 plus cases.
Yeah, we have booked in the year 2013 more than that number of cases.
What are the numbers?
I'm not exactly, I don't have the figures now. It is around more than 40,000 cases.
Okay. So that means each one of them's licenses will be suspended from today onwards.
Yeah, in each case there is provision for suspension, but then we will be going ahead with where there is accurate proof, evidence and all that. Keeping those things in mind, we will be going ahead.
Thank you so much. There it is, Additional Commissioner of Police, Mr. Dayananda, telling us from today, speak on your mobile phone as you drive at your own risk. This means that your licenses could be suspended if you are found talking on your mobile as you drive. With camera person Jagan, this is Bansi for News 9.
And well, extra duty means extra pay in most transport service organizations. BMTC and KRTC drivers claim that extra duty has only led to the loss of pay. Take a look. The election heat wave seems to have reached everyone. While the candidates are literally sweating it out during their campaigns, their drivers and conductors are feeling the heat for another reason. It's not because of the workload, but because they will not be paid for the work done on the elections. Confused? Take a look at the statistics. A total of 8,677 buses were deployed during elections in 2009. 3,816 KSRTC, 1,061 BMTC, 2,107 NWKRTC and 1,693 NEKRTC buses. A total of 17,324 employees who worked as drivers and conductors during the 2009 elections claimed that they were not paid for their work. When we contacted the transport in charge, he said that all the salaries had been cleared and these were false claims from the drivers. The drivers and conductors say that they are apprehensive about working for the elections this time. Since both departments of the same organization are playing blame games, only an investigation will reveal the truth. Pavitra, News 9, Bengaluru. Well, it is that time of the year when students are busy with their final exams. But one student who was caught indulging in malpractice has been missing ever since.
This is Alvin Daniel, an 8th standard student of Sri Sai Vidya Kendra in Jayanagar. He was last seen when he went to write an exam on March 29, 3 days ago. Following his exams, his bag was found on the footpath, and Alvin has been missing ever since. When questioned on what could be the reason for Alvin's disappearance, it was stated that Alvin was caught for malpractice while attempting his science paper on Saturday.
ಅವನಿಗೇನು ಕಾಪಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ತುಂಬ ದೊಡ್ಡ ತಪ್ಪು ಅಂತ ಅವನು ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಸರ್. ಅದು ಬಟ್ ಅದು ಆ ವಯಸ್ಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದೇ. ಅದು ಹೊಡೆದೋಗಿದ್ದೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಏನಂದರೆ ಇವಾಗ ನಾನು ಧೈರ್ಯ ಕಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಯಜಮಾನ್ರು ಏನಾಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೋ ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಭಯಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಅವ್ರಿಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಧೈರ್ಯ ತಂದ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಯಾರು ಕೂಡ ನಾನಾಗಲಿ ಅವರು ತಾತ ತುಂಬ ಅಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅವ್ರ ಅಪ್ಪ ತುಂಬ ಅಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮನೆಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅವರು ಮನೆಗೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿಬಿಟ್ರು ಸರ್. ನಾವು ಎಷ್ಟು ಕರೆದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಅವ್ರು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಬೀದಿ ಬೀದಿ ಅಲ್ದು ರಾತ್ರಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹುಡುಕಿ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ನ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಇವತ್ತು ಬೇರೆ ಊರಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಹುಡುಕೊಂಡು.
Alvin was one of the smartest students in his school, but when he was caught cheating, Alvin reportedly wrote a letter apologizing for his lapse. Some have even suspected that he might have run away from home, unable to face his parents.
ಅದೇ ನಾನು ಆ ಸ್ಪಾಟಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಟೀಚರು HM ಹತ್ರ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವನ್ನ. ಆಮೇಲೆ HM ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತು ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ, ಅವರು ಆ ಥರ ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಡಿಸ್ಕರೇಜ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಮಾತಾಡಿದವರಲ್ಲ. ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನೀನು ತುಂಬ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಹುಡುಗ, ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಓದ್ತೀಯ, ನೀನು ಫೇಲ್ ಆಗೋ ಚಾನ್ಸೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕೆ ಕಾಪಿ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋದೆ, ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದಾಗಿತ್ತಲ್ವ, ನೀನು ಮಾದರಿಯಾಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರಿಗೆ, ಸೊ ಹಾಗೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂದರೆ ಸಾರಿ ಮಿಸ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಡೂ ಎಗೇನ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಅವನು ಹೋಗಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಬರೆದಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಮತ್ತು ಹೋಗುವಾಗ ಮಾಮೂಲಿಗೆ ಬಾಯ್ ಮಿಸ್ ಅಂತೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಸೊ ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದಮ್ ಹಿ ವಾಸ್ ವೆರಿ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್.
A missing persons report has been registered with the Jayanagar police. The school authorities, Alvin's friends and family have been on the lookout for Alvin over the past 3 days. All they are hoping for is a safe return. Pemmaya Malayanda, News 9, Bengaluru.
It is the 1st of April and everyone's busy planning pranks to fool their friends. But almost 3,000 people in Bengaluru got a rude shock today and they did not find it funny. There was chaos and anger in Hosaguddadahalli today. Hundreds of residents gathered around the house of Radhamma and Raju, angry to find the door shut. They had been investing in a scheme with the couple for the past 6 months and today was their time to get their dues. The accused had been collecting rupees 110 from the residents every month for the last 6 months, stating that they will be giving each of the card holders 2 kilos of mutton and steel box after Yugadi.
ಮೊನ್ನೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾಳೆ ರಾತ್ರಿ 5 ಗಂಟೆಯಿಂದಲೇ ಮಟನ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ, 10 ಗಂಟೆಯಿಂದಲೇ ಬನ್ನಿ ತಗೊಂಡೋಗಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ನೆನ್ನೆ ನೈಟ್ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವ್ರು ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಬನ್ನಿ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ 3 ಗಂಟೆಯಿಂದ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಮನೆಗೆ ಬಂದು ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಬೀಗ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಯಾರೂ ಇಲ್ಲ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ. ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಫೋನ್ ಎತ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಫೋನ್ ರಿಂಗ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಮನೇಲಿ ಯಾರೂ ಇಲ್ಲ.
The festival is over, but these residents are still waiting. A total of 2,916 people had invested in the so-called mutton scheme, with each of them paying 110 rupees for the last 6 months. Radhamma and her husband have allegedly made away with close to 20 lakh rupees.
ನಾವು ಒಂದು 60 ಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಹಾಕ್ಸಿದ್ದೆ ಸಮಯ. 60 ಕಾರ್ಡ್ಗೆ ತಿಂಗಳಿಗೆ 110 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಕಟ್ಟೋದು, 6 ತಿಂಗಳಿಗೆ 660 ರೂಪಾಯಿ. ಇವಾಗೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂದ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವರು. 2 kg ಮಾಂಸ 60 ಜನಕ್ಕೆ, ಒಂದೊಂದು ಪಾತ್ರೆ ಮನೆ ಹಾಳಾಗೋಗ್ಲಿ, ಅದು ಬೇಡ. ನಮ್ಗೆ 2 kg ಕೊಡ್ತೀನ, ಅದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ.
All in all, everyone celebrating April Fool's Day with different pranks, but these residents have been fooled for their money and they are definitely not happy about it. Vishnu Prasad, News9, Bengaluru. A youth who tried to save his friend from being harassed for a paltry 100 rupees almost paid with his limb. He had to go through a 5-hour surgery to get his injured left hand restored.
A fight over a paltry sum of ₹100 in Sunkadakatte resulted in a 20-year-old youth being injured on his left hand. Charan, a first-year BCA student, tried to intervene on behalf of his friend Saket, who was being harassed by a gang of 5. One of the goons in the gang struck Charan's left hand with a machete. The left thumb was almost severed from the deep cut on the left hand.
My friend was playing, sir, and that 6 members came and asked to give me 100 rupees. He said, "No, I don't have today. Even I also lost in cricket betting," he told. And he told, "No, I want that." Sit. After some guys came and he forced it to him, and we came by side. After I gone and asked to Sanket what happened, Sanket. They was beating to Sanket, I think, and I gone and asked what happened, Sanket. He told they had taken come long. That's it. After okay, come leave it. I said to Sanket, and they don't know how they came and beat me only. In long they beat me.